Awesome. Let's get started. Oh my gosh, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see you all. It seems like it's been a long time. I think because of the elections and we didn't do the last C4, we skipped it because it was on election day. And we thought, well, I'm unfortunately Sherry isn't able to be here today, so I'm sort of coordinating the door, answering the door and chatting with you guys at the same time. So just bear with me a little bit. Rick, I might make you co-host actually, so maybe you can. Where are you?
I
Answer.
can. I
Yeah,
I can see if I can
I've
help.
gotta, I've gotta give you power.
Uh-oh. Be
Yeah, I
careful
know.
with that. Be,
Scary thing. All right.
you know, if I get power, I'm gonna take over.
I know it. All right. So guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see you guys here. Thank you for joining us today on C4, an explosive networking experience where we come to connect, collaborate, contribute, and celebrate. And just before we get started, let me just welcome everybody again. I'm so happy to see all your faces. And also, let's just kind of go over a couple of things before we get started. So, we're here for the next hour and a half. Hopefully, let me mute. Yeah, Dorina, I think you've got two things going, so you're echoing. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Got it. Awesome. So, just a couple of things for kind of the little tidbits to go by while we're here on C4. We're here for the next hour and a half till 1:30 or so. This used to be, an in-person meeting. As some of you remember, we were all there meeting in person, but since we can't, we're on Zoom. We encourage everybody to keep your video on if you can. Cheryl, I know you're at work, so you're good. But if you can, keep your video on so we can have as much of a personal experience as we can together. Make sure your full name is in the box there so people know who you are and can look you up on LinkedIn and all. And also, oh, thanks, Sage. Absolutely. I will do that. Um, Let me do that because you and Rick can do that together. Um,
Oh,
there.
now you're giving my powers away.
I'm 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 letting you share your power. I know you've got the only child syndrome going on, so this is a
Sharing is
good.
caring, brother. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Sharing is
share.
caring.
I don't want to. No, it's all
It's
good.
the
Thank you.
only child thing. I live with
No,
this all the time. It's so funny. It's like, this is mine, this is yours, this is yeah. It's sharing. Sharing is caring.
it is
What
caring.
was that? Was that the purple dinosaur? That's right. All right, so getting back to this, just make sure your names are in the boxes and in the chat box, put, who you are, your contact information and things, how people can reach you and all, so we can get that out. Make sure your email address is there so we can, send it out by email and you guys can get, connect with each other because that's really when the magic happens. I mean, we come together here for this short time period, but if I feel like those one-on-one connections afterwards is really, really powerful. So we're gonna do where everybody does introductions for, up to 2 minutes. You do not have to speak that long, but you can if you want. Rick is gonna be our timekeeper today. So he's got, okay, so at 1:45 or whatever, he's gonna put up the yellow folder. Do you guys see him with the yellow folder? And then at time to stop, he's going to do the red folder. There you go. So that'll be our little thing, to keep us on time a little bit. And we're really excited today. We've got a wonderful, wonderful speaker. Dorina is here, and I have just dubbed her the culinary queen. But she's going to share some great things with us. Um, a couple of other things. So C4 is meeting every first and third Tuesday of the month. And like I said, you guys, it's so much about, making these connections afterwards. And also, just wanted to say a little bit about our introductions before we go forward. Talk, tell who you are, talk about your business, say something about what you're doing, but definitely talk about something, mention something personal, something that, someone may not know. If you guys are who are regulars on here, share something a little different so we can really get to know each other. As you know, C4 is so much about building those relationships and coming together. So, maybe a cool story of something that's happened or something like that. So just, get creative with that. And, I just wanted to say, going into the holidays and everything, just how, you know, this is a platform where we can all come together as a community and we can really like refer each other, help each other, buy from each other, things like that, instead of all like the big stores and all that stuff, because it's just so important right now, especially as we go into possibly another lockdown and cold, the cold weather and holidays and all, where we really should lean on each other a little bit and take each other through this holiday season, which is going to be kind of different than the ones we've been used to before. And we may not be able to get together with family and stuff, but, hopefully we'll turn to our C4 family. So as we get started today, let's see. Um, let's see. Blaze, do you want to you want to lead us off? That would be great.
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. Blaze Nealon, the cycling advisor. My passion is helping educate self-employed small business owners and families on the most affordable health coverage options in their state. I'm licensed in about 10 states, pretty much down the East Coast. This has been an interesting year, been very busy helping people, whether they've lost their job and don't know what to do with health coverage, or right now, this time of year, most people generally are shopping on the health exchange. And I show them private coverage. If they're generally healthy, they can get some better options. But the key is just to educate them on all their options and let them make a decision. Great to see everybody.
Awesome. Anything personal you want to share? You got a little time left.
Personal today. Personal. I don't know. I just got back from deer hunting in upstate New York with my two brothers, which we started an annual thing last year. No deer this year. Saw a lot of doe, but had a great time visiting family, my two brothers, younger brothers.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Great to see you, Blaze. Thank you. Corliss. Are you there?
Yes, I was just hoping you weren't going to call on me because I was just sitting here thinking about what is something personal.
Do you want me to wait? Do you want to wait?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Danielle, do you want to go?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Danielle Ellington. I am, I have two businesses. One, I am a female empowerment photographer with I Am What I Am Images. This year, I have also started another business, which is a small business virtual assistant. And that business is called De-Stress Express. My information is in the chat. Something personal, I decided that I'm going to work on my baking skills, and I am looking into doing some homemade candy bark. So.
Neat. Yum. Candy bar.
Yeah.
So yummy. Absolutely. That's great. Terrific. Thanks, Danielle. Jermaine, how are you today?
I am well. Can you hear me?
Yes, it always reminds
Excellent.
me of the liqueur, Saint Germain.
You keep reminding me the French roots of my name. It's so
There you go.
hilarious.
That's what I'm here for.
Oh man. My name is Jermaine Bennerson. I am a registered representative with Western and Southern Life. I present myself as a financial resource. The gentleman earlier spoke about education, and I do more education than I do anything else when it comes to financial matters, be it budgeting, finance. I'm sorry, investments, insurance, the whole 9 yards. And really, my aim is to put all of my clients on the road to peace of mind, whatever that means. And there's a wonderful analysis process to where you can figure that out. It's a seamless process. As far as something personal, I was when Blaze was talking earlier, I noticed the picture behind him of the beautiful bicycle that's back there. And you can't see this, and I'm not going to show it to you, but I used to be a cycling enthusiast. You couldn't tell it now, but I wasn't super serious, but I got up to a 35-mile ride once, and my bike is sitting right there in pieces. I'm actually building it up because I want to try and get on it again, because the COVID-15 is in effect. It's actually the COVID-20 now. So I'm really trying to, so I saw that, and I wanted to say that I would like to do a couple of decent rides before the end of this year.
Go for it. Good.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, and then Blaze, we've got the C4 bike riding in the spring. So, but
Really?
before that, yeah, we're gonna do something. Blaze is gonna arrange something. But yeah, that's great. Definitely, it's always good. We've got a few people here who are, there with getting in shape and getting their, what's it called? The things we want to get done. Not the goals, but the
Bucket list.
Huh?
Bucket list.
Resolutions.
Thank
Bucket
you.
list.
Yeah.
New Year's resolution.
Bucket list, resolution, goals, dreams, all that.
I better do some practicing before I get with you guys, though. I gotta get my wind back up again before I mess with you guys, for sure.
All right. Antoinette, how are you today? You're on mute. You're on mute, honey.
There we go. I am really well. It's just an exciting ride. Every day it seems like ups and downs. And so, what about me? I am about this week finally to start the staff support class at Peabody Conservatory, which is really exciting to me. I mean, it's the likes of Denise Graves. She's on faculty. I don't know that she'll come. What I do is Alexander technique. And right now, when we're online, I work with people's coordination, whole self in relation to what they're doing. And right now, it's so much via a laptop or screen. And we don't quite know how to do that so that we don't get drained, most of us. We just kind of zoom in. No wonder they call it Zoom. So that's what I'm working with, and I'm excited about it, and nervous about it too. The other thing is I am a very sad tango dancer. The only tango I do now is online by myself with wonderful classes. So it's not really sad, it's fun, but I can't wait till we are in person again. So Argentine tango. Anybody?
Wow.
Does Argentine tango?
Is it different from regular tango?
It's very different from ballroom. It's more improvised.
Okay,
Yes.
interesting.
Great music, no rules. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Nicoletta. Oh, sorry, not Nicoletta, Antoinette. I was looking at Nicoletta's face. Okay, who's next? Marcia. Would you like to go next? Where are you? Oh,
Okay, there we go.
There
All
you are.
right, I had to
Yeah.
unmute myself. You are not the next Oprah, nor are you the next Kylie Jenner. You're not the next Amy Porterfield, nor are you the next Gary Vaynerchuk, nor Tyler Perry, or even Jeff Bezos. You are the next you. Hi, my name is Marcia McCray, and I'm the principal founder and brand navigator for the Brand Naked Agency, a Marcia McCray omni-media company. We at the Brand Naked Agency help entrepreneurs and solopreneurs discover, develop, and use their voices to express who they are externally to the world with intentionality. And we also help them internally in their organizations. So we do this through two arms of the Brand Naked Agency, and they are the done for you services and then the DIY services. So our DIY products and services consist of a community also called the Hive, which is specifically, like I said, for solopreneurs and entrepreneurs. So, and that's for people that are on a shoestring budget. I know about that because I was there before. So again, my name is Marcia McCray, and I'm the principal founder of the Brand Naked Agency. Stand up, stand out, and take your place in the world. And something fun and personal. I love food. Okay. I told you guys this last time. I love cooking. And yesterday, my friends from two people from Los Angeles and one person from Canada, we all went online and we cooked salmon risotto, which was fabulous, but we all cooked together and that was so fun. So it's like during this COVID time, you know, it's like you can have relationships from people all across the world or whatever. But yeah, so that's me.
Awesome. That's great. Marcia, did you not see my post yesterday on Facebook about Global Kitchen and all of us cooking together?
No, but I am in for it. I will
Yes,
look at your,
and you're in the right place for cooking because that's what we're going to be talking about with Dorina being here too. So
I'm going to
awesome.
connect with Dorina. Yay.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. Awesome. Courtney, so happy to see you. First time on Zoom, long time in person C4 friend, and just amazing, amazing person. You guys meet Courtney. I don't know if any of you have met Courtney.
No, I'm new, many new faces, and I'm new to you. So I'm Courtney. I'm a certified personal trainer. I've been working in the greater DC area on my own for the past 8 years. I've got probably 25 years experience in the fitness industry and pretty much a lifetime of some sort of background in dance, yoga, free weights, boot camp, step classes, aerobic classes. I've been teaching some sort of fitness to somebody pretty much since 1986. So I've been doing this for a while. Some breaks in and out. My style is really rather eclectic. So I pull from my dance background. I pull from using free weights. I pull from different classes that I've taught to try to create some sort of workout that will meet you or people where they are and stretch them to where they want to go. Stretch, no pun intended, but yeah, we definitely work on mobility and flexibility and strength. I teach classes, I work one-on-one, I work in pairs, and really just trying to figure out where people are, where they want to go, living a healthy lifestyle, but also within moderation. So my personal part as well would be that I love to bake. So we're hearing about cooking. I'm a bread person. So sweets are great, but I'm a bread person. So, and I can be any kind of flour. I don't need wheat. I'll bake with anything. So that's the silver lining of COVID is I've spent a lot of time in the kitchen baking. It makes me very happy. Another personal thing I'll throw out there because it's a dream that when I first met Natasha, it was basically, I was training to do a row in a crew boat with 3 other women from Monterey, California to Honolulu, Hawaii. And 2,400 miles. I was not in the race in 2018, but the dream is still very much alive. And I'm hoping into the future I will be able to join up in a team and do the Great Pacific Race and or the Talisker Whiskey Atlantic Challenge, which starts in mid-December. So if anybody wants to learn about ocean rowing, it's still going even through COVID. People have to quarantine. I've actually, once you're out on the water, I mean, you've got nobody but the ocean and your teammates, if you have teammates, for somewhere like 2 months. So, so that's kind of it's a personal dream of mine, is to row across an
I
ocean.
totally remember when we met and
Yeah.
she was getting ready to row and I was like, wow, okay, better you than me.
Yeah, it's
But it was just amazing. It was just amazing. And I hope it does. I hope you do get around to doing that.
me
because,
too. Me
yeah,
too.
we
Well,
will all be following you for
it's
sure.
there.
I'm so
It's-
happy you're here, Courtney.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Okay, next. Beth. Hi, Beth.
Hi, everybody. So good to be here. There's such good energy in this group. I've missed it. I'm Beth Harbinson. I'm the founder of SOBAR. It's a play on the words sober and bar. And our mission is to help eradicate the stigma and shame around alcoholism and addiction. And we do that by hosting alcohol-free events. We're the alcohol-free bar at big public social events, which happened like somewhere in our distant past. And this year, I'm really excited. Our New Year's Eve event is going virtual. We will have over 300 people traveling to over 30 different rooms with live entertainment and activity options like you can't believe. And I'm so excited that we just signed a contract with Max Major, who is a mentalist out of Las Vegas, formerly from Sykesville, Maryland, and featured on America's Got Talent. And he's going to be doing a show live with us. So it's really going to add a level of excitement to our New Year's Eve event. Check it out at drinksobar.org.
Awesome. Yes, you guys, I want to just tell everybody we are actually going to be there at SOBAR's event on New Year's Eve. It's going to be amazing. We are part of the committee. So I would love C4 peeps, if whatever you guys, if you have, I mean, I think a lot of us will be in. So this is an amazing event where we can all be together. I will send it out with all of the contacts and everything, as with, because now's the time to get your tickets and all, and it is going to be amazing. I mean, we're on chatting about it and making plans and everything, and it's going to be so much fun. So think about that as a possibility for your New Year's Eve, for sure.
Hey, Beth, did you put it in the chat? Did you put a link in the chat?
I sure did.
Great. Cool,
Thanks.
Awesome. Cheryl, can you talk at least? I know you're at work and you can't be on camera, but if you can say a little something, we'd love to hear from you.
Okay, I'm just jumping in my car. Hopefully y'all can hear me.
Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Cheryl.
There you are. Yay,
doing?
good to see you.
I know, right? Yeah, I work in a hospital, so that's why I'm masked up. But I don't know, you need me just to state what?
Tell a little bit about you, what you're doing, a little something personal.
Sure.
It's a
Matter of
family.
fact, I'm so excited to share with you guys. I own my own travel agency, and I know travel is kind of right on trial right now, but I do show people how to get paid to book travel for themselves and other people. The commissions that are built into every transaction, you can send them to yourself. So that's what I do. I've been doing that for 3.5 years, and I just recently embarked on my own health and wellness business. I'm definitely one to want to do my own businesses. I do work full-time at the VA Medical Center, but my future is to be coming home very soon to work both of my businesses. Personally, I love to camp. My husband and I, we have an RV, and we just get out there in the woods and we camp. We sit by the fire at night and just have a great time, just reminiscing on life and just getting away for a moment, but still staying in touch with people as well. And of course, practicing social distancing. So that's all for me.
Awesome. Thanks, Cheryl. So good to
You're
see
welcome.
you. Gosh,
Thank you all for the
been,
opportunity.
It's been like 8 years or something, I think.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so lovely to see you.
Thank
Awesome.
you. Same here.
Okay. Corliss, you ready to go, honey?
I think I'm ready now.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Corliss Wood with Clutter Corrections by Corliss. I am here to help those individuals and families with organizing challenges. Anywhere from full home organizing, which is my specialty, even down to maybe a small space. Something personal about me, I love to eat, really love to eat, and I love food from every country that you can think of. I terribly love sweets, but Indian and Mexican food are first and second in my life. So, Clutter Corrections by Corliss, rearrange, renew, live well.
Awesome. Thanks, Corliss. I'm writing down everybody who's talking about anything with food because y'all are going to be on Global Kitchen.
Yes.
Yes, I'm writing down all your names. So whatever you're saying, you know, it's all getting written down. So baking and Indian food.
Don't warn people, babe. Don't warn people. Now people might shut up. Don't warn them.
I'm hoping it's going to make them talk even more. So anyway, since you're up there, babe, why don't you go next, my lovely husband?
Oh, wow. Well, listen, I want to first thank everybody for supporting my incredible wife on this. This is great. We got a lot of people on here, but before I go, I'm going to take a point of privilege. I've done this before, so I want y'all to kind of, get loose. We've been sitting for a minute. You might want to get up. You might want to just move in your chair. You might, but I'm going to put something on. So are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Let's do a little something. Let's do a little something here. Uh-oh. Don't have the right system set up. Here we go.
Makes sense to you right now.
Can y'all hear it? Come on now. Okay. Come on now. This is a workout. Let's go. Come on now. Let's pump. Let's go, y'all. Come on now. Let's move. To the dance floor. To the dance floor. Now everybody move to the dance floor. Let's stop. It's our time. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. All right. I just wanted to give people a little hype.
No, don't stop. Keep it going.
Yeah. Oh, y'all want some more? Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. Let's get back. Hey, everybody. I just had to put that in there because, we need energy. This is a time when a lot of people are, a lot of stuff is happening in people's lives right now. So anytime we can kind of be happy, move, do some incredible things, it's a great time to do that. So my name is Rick Whedon, one half of the Wealth Through Wellness Project with my wife, Natasha. We're partnered with an incredible nutrition company called Isogenics. And one of the things we just want to do is really up-level people's well-being. I mean, that's our whole goal. So many of you know that Tasha and I, we do these 11-day challenges and resets. We just kind of incorporated a new version called the ER Shred, or Elimination Reset Shred, which is incredible. We're on our 5th day of it. And I just want to talk to the guys. I'm going to talk to the women too. It's important for you guys too, but I'm going to talk to the guys because I'm going to be coming to you guys after the holidays. It doesn't matter if you're a plant-based person, if you're a keto-based person, if you're a, any other type of diet person. There are gaps in our wellness. There are toxicities, there's inflammation, obesity, stress, things that food doesn't necessarily address totally. So I would suggest that people are moving. We have some great trainers on here. Get with a trainer, get out there and move 30, 40 minutes an hour. Number 2, whole foods are great. Get out with whole foods, and also if you can get, and afford wild caught, if you can afford grass-fed, grass-finished, if you want to be on the vegetarian or vegan line, just do the research around that. So part of this ER Shred that we're doing has just been tremendous. So I want to talk to the guys because I'm going to come to you guys and just show you. This is not selling anything. I just, I want to promote information. I want to promote opportunities for people to really gather information around well-being and health. Because if you can find a solution that deals with inflammation, that deals with stress, that deals with toxicity, and it's affordable and it's convenient, wouldn't you want to know? Wouldn't you want to know? So that's me. What I love more than anything is being outdoors. I mean, you guys know, love getting out and about. So anytime we have that opportunity, myself or with Tasha, we get out and about. So I would encourage you all to get out there. That's me. I went over time, I'm sure, but that's point of privilege because I'm running the show here, taking, doing your work for you. So love you guys and thankful for all of you guys being a part of this with Tasha. So thank you.
You guys see what happens when I hand over control? Right? It's all good. It's all good. At least we got to dance a little bit, right? Get ready for that New Year's Eve party with Sobar and get shaken up a bit. So you guys, I want to take a little break here for a minute and bring on our amazing, amazing guest today. Some of you know Dorina. She is an amazing chef. She's, Italian from the motherland. She was going to send me a little intro, but I didn't get it. So I'm just going to wing it. It's with Dorina, it's like, you're in Italy, you've walked into her kitchen and, it's like, she does the accent and everything if she has to. It's so amazing. So I just want you guys to enjoy this. She and I had this amazing conversation about how important it is for her that, we still do those gatherings. It's going to be hard through these holidays with COVID and everything, but just how much magic happens within family members or friends or business or more than that around the table and around food. And then she's also going to share a couple of tips with us. So I am going to hand it over to you, Dorina. Are you there? Where'd you go? There you are.
There you go. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So, hello everybody. I'm Dorina. Actually, am I echoing? Hold on.
Look at that kitchen. It's amazing. There's basil over there growing, and there's a mixer and a really,
Okay. At the other, so I'm bopping back from the computer where it's at the table to here at my kitchen studio, so to speak. So I'm Dorina. I have my little business is called Dorina's Kitchen. It has been everything over the years, from a restaurant to cooking classes to everything, but the cooking classes is my passion. I feel like it's really important to teach people to fish as opposed to just handing them one. So it has all become this movement. I teach people to cook for the purpose of getting people back to the table. So the whole back to the table movement, which I'm trying to make grow, I want it to my goal, my dream is for it to be nationwide, is for the purpose of rebuilding the bottom building block of society. That's the table. When we connect at the table, we connect everywhere. So what I have done this year, because I usually teach people how to cook and I take them on these culinary trips to Italy, which that didn't happen this year because I take people to my hometown in Italy, which is kind of famous. If you've ever heard of a thing called the Rosetto effect, you can go check on my website and read about it. Because right now, what I'm going to do is not take up too much time. And I'm going to share with you a couple things that will help you to the holidays, but also remember that, okay, so this seems like it's a home thing, and it is. That's where it starts. But remember that we're all in business. And most business transactions take place at a table. We've either gone out to dinner or we're in a group together around a table somehow, some way. Food brings people together, and food and drink get people open and comfortable with each other. And when you're comfortable with someone, you trust them. And when you trust them, you want to do business with them. So this is wonderful for the home. It does bring your families together and you build trust in your families, but it's also good for business. So you learn these things. And if you can cook and invite some colleague over for dinner and you can set a spread for them, you know what? You're golden in so many ways, not just their stomachs. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you first is a little bit about how Italians drink. So actually, let me grab one thing here because I want to be able to catch everybody. So in Italy, Italians drink with purpose. They're not, you know, they don't go out, they're not big, heavy drinkers. They drink wine with dinner, but they are very commonly, they get together and they have a before dinner drink, an aperitivo, an aperitif, as we tend to use in English, the French versions of words. So, but I like aperitivo better. Okay, so I'm going to share with you something very interesting. So a lot of aperitivi are bitter. And a lot of Americans, because we are so sugared, that we aren't that big on bitter things. So this drink is called the Americano. And an Americano was actually invented in the 1860s. And it was originally had a different name, a Milano Torino, because those are the two cities that these two liquors were popular in or came from. But in the early part of the 1900s, it became the Americano because American tourists liked it because it was a little sweeter than some of the bitter drinks. And so it's a good transitional drink to get you introduced to things that are a little more bitter, that are good for what they call it, an aperitivo is to prepare your stomach to receive food. Now, for Sobar, there are also these things. These are bitters. They come in the clear and they come in red. And these are san bitter, or bitter, they call it in Italian. It's just bitter in Italian accent. And these are non-alcoholic. Does the same thing. So you can enjoy something with other people and not necessarily having to be drinking a drink. These drinks are not very strong, but they're really good. So an aperitivo is Campari. Now Campari is very bitter and a lot of people don't like the flavor. Campari and soda is very popular in Italy, but once you get used to the bitter, you almost want more of it. So this is basically equal parts Campari, and this is red vermouth. Martini and Rossi in Italy, they call it martini, but here we call it vermouth. It's equal parts. This is the sweet to balance the bitter. So equal parts. And then a little bit of club soda to top it off. After that, you do the pretty part. You take a little piece of orange skin. And you make a nice little twist and voila. Okay, I'm using a knife. And there's your before dinner aperitivo. Salute. Now, to go with that, what is very typical in Europe is to have a little something to eat. So I'm going to show you a really quick appetizer that you can make. This is great for a Sunday dinner or say Thanksgiving when everybody's running around and they're like, when's the food ready? Because you know you have nothing but the stuff that's going to go on the table and you have nothing else to eat at the moment because we're so focused on the dinner. So what I'm going to do is, this is very, very oil right here. I'm just going to do really quick, 3 quick eggs. You can do this with, I usually do a dozen eggs at a time, but we're just going to do a quickie here. So what we have here, I just made some breadcrumbs. So please always make your own breadcrumbs. Save the ends of your bread or buy a loaf of yesterday's bread and make your own breadcrumbs. The dry crap in a can is like sand. It's no good. It's crap. Okay, just sand. Okay, so we have our eggs. And let me get my fork here and turn my oil down just a smidge before it gets too hot. So we're going to beat these. We're going to put in some fresh parsley, which I've already chopped up. We are going to put in some fresh garlic, which very quick, since this is only 3 eggs, 1 clove is good enough. Let me grab my garlic press. Hold on. You can chop these by hand, but since we're trying to make this very quick today, we're doing some nice fresh garlic. Don't buy garlic in a jar from the grocery store. If you want to learn how to make your own garlic at home, come and talk to me. Don't buy that crap in a jar. Okay. Now, what we're going to add to this is some fresh, you can do these plain, just like this with the breadcrumbs and the cheese and the other things, but we are making these with some zucchini that I already shredded to save time, you know, like TV. Okay. So first I'm going to mix the zucchini in. I'm going to put in a little bit of black pepper, just a pinch of salt, because we're going to be putting cheese in here. And then I'm just going to put in enough breadcrumbs to make it, I'll show you the consistency so you get the idea. And then don't forget the all important, got to have the Romano cheese, as much as you'd like. But of course, you know, you can kind of never go wrong with extra cheese. Okay. So this is actually probably a pretty good, let me, hold on, got my oil too. There we go. All right, so I want to show you the consistency. It's a kind of solid. It falls off the spoon, but it's pretty close together. You don't want it too dry because then they're too thick. So basically what I do is I get a nice spoonful here. Okay, let me see here. Usually use 2 spoons. There's the other spoon. Hold on. So you can make a nice, you know, spoonful so it's kind of nice and neat. And then you just drop it in the oil. I use sunflower oil to fry with. It's what we use in Italy, and I like it. So let me grab a dish. And I will show you what these babies look like. Okay, turn it over. Oh, can you hear it? I'm doing this in a frying pan. I'm only using about this much oil. You can do a whole bunch of them in there. You don't want to ever crowd them, but that's it. Turn it over, and they come out a beautiful golden brown, and they're really yummy. So what you do is you make a bunch of these the day before. You have them on the counter with maybe a little bit of meat and cheese, and give a little, you know, cut up bread or something. You can also make a little dipping sauce for these if you want. Okay, so here we go. Actually, my oil was a little hot because I just did a show just before this. They're usually slightly this kind of little golden. They are out of this world. I can't eat this one yet because it is boiling hot. But that's all you do. Very simple. And you can have them like this. You can take these and put them in a thin tomato sauce, and it soaks them all up, soaks up the sauce, and they are like meatballs that have no meat in them. They are so good. They're like sauce sponges. If you make a good sauce, it's awesome. Or you can leave them like this and just have them as finger food. You can make a dipping sauce. You can use like a combination of, like, say, sour cream or creme fraiche or a little mascarpone. You can mix it together, make a little cream, and just put in a big spoonful of pesto. I make homemade pesto. You want to watch my show, you can learn how to make it. But 1 spoonful of pesto mixed in with the cream makes a fantastic dipping sauce for these, out of this world. You can use what we use today, the zucchini. You can make them plain. You can use some, if I've got some chopped up Swiss chard here, you can wilt this or saute it real quick so that it's, you know, gotten broken down and wilted and softer, and mix that in. So many things, cauliflower, any kind of vegetable you want, but you can make these. These are like little Italian fritters that can go in sauce or be eaten plain. Ha, so good. Yum. So anyway, I've already eaten like 10 of them, so I'm not gonna eat the rest of this one. But anyway, so
as we're here starving, as we're here watching you with our mouths watering.
My mouth is drooling. I'm drooling.
So I'm gonna just give you one last suggestion. Hold on. As I was talking about how Italians drink with purpose. So before dinner, it's the aperitivo to prepare your stomach to receive food, to stimulate your appetite. But after dinner, it's a digestivo. It's something to help you digest your food. Things like, this is called Vecchio Amaro del Capo. It's from Calabria, Italy. It's this little herb thing, and I just love little shot glasses. So these are just some examples of my many shot glasses that I have. And what's really nice about this, you keep it in the freezer, it's ice cold. And I'm just gonna pour a little teeny bit to show you. But it's made out of 29 herbs and spices. And it really, I swear, it does help you feel better after you've had a big heavy meal. It's the perfect thing to have after Thanksgiving. So I highly recommend getting yourself a bottle, stick it in your freezer, and have a little sip. All you need is a little half glass like this. and it really just feels good going down, and it does help you digest. I'll put it, it's Amaro del Capo, but I'll write it in the chat thing afterwards. So,
Dorina,
but anything
could
like
you-
this or a limoncello or anything are all good after dinner drinks, but this is like my favorite.
Can you put both the aperitivo and the
Absolutely.
digestivo in the chat?
Yeah,
would
I'll
be
even give
great.
you the link of my show today, which I
Yeah.
actually, today I did my show just before I came to you guys, and I decided to do the same thing as I just did for you guys, probably a little longer form, so that I'll put the link to that episode as well if you want to watch it, and everything's in there too. So a little bit more detailed, but anyway. So I'm going to go sit back down, and if anybody has any questions, is that okay?
That was awesome.
All right.
So
hang on
good.
one second,
Awesome. Thank you.
I'm going to mute
Thank
this
you.
one. Hold on.
So you guys,
was
do
awesome.
you have any
Wow.
questions for Dorina?
Yes,
Anybody
where
have-
did she get that cool cutting board? That's cool.
I can't wait until this coronavirus is over so I can come over and she can cook for me.
Right? So,
And-
Dorina, where's your cutting
That
board?
was so
from?
cool.
Okay.
That's not
That
great.
was so
There we
cool.
go. I'm back.
So,
My cool cutting board I got on Amazon, and actually it's kind of hard to find. So if you want, I'll find the link. And who asked me that? Was that Blaze?
Blaze.
I thought I recognized his voice as I was walking away. So anyway, let's see. Okay, so I'm sorry. Did anybody have any questions while I was walking back over to the other phone here?
What town are you from? Your family?
So I grew up I was born in DC, grew up in Bethesda, and I just moved to the lower Delaware near the beach from 22 years in New Jersey.
And Italian home back when?
I'm sorry?
Your family is from what part?
Italian.
Oh, and my Italian part is my village is called Roseto Valfortore. It's in Puglia, in the heel of the boot. If you look up something called the Roseto effect, ROSETO, that is a really cool story. Do I have a couple extra minutes, Tasha?
You have a couple minutes.
Okay, I'll tell you really quick about the Roseto story because it's really interesting. In the 1880s, 1890s, the first wave of immigrants from my hometown came to the United States, settled in eastern Pennsylvania, working the slate mines right near Easton or Bangor, Pennsylvania, if anybody knows where that area is, right by the Jersey border. Anyway, they were kind of pushed off to the side. The Italians were kind of shunned, and so they started their own little town and named it Roseto after the town in Italy. So now there's a Roseto, Pennsylvania. So they lived there, just this little enclave of Italians for the last how many years. And fast forward to the 1950s and 60s, the doctor serving the town found that nobody in this town had any heart disease, shared this with a colleague. And all of a sudden, all these doctors and scientists descend upon the town to say, what are they eating? Because they right away, of course, attribute it to the food. And yes, they were growing fruits and vegetables in their gardens, but they were eating salted cured meats, food fried in lard, because there was no imported olive oil at the time. They were drinking and they were smoking and they were happy and healthy. And they're like, what the heck is it? But when they studied the town, they literally interviewed everybody in the whole village. And what they ultimately attributed to was the community-centered, church-centered, family-centered life. They said the people nourished each other. Basically, it was lack of stress. Somebody always had your back. They really were a community. I call it life around the table, not necessarily what you're eating, but how you're eating it together. And that's why I push this back to the table movement, because I want to revive the Roseto effect. The Roseto effect is actually a scientific term that doctors all know what it means. A couple of years ago, there was actually somebody sent me a picture of the New Jersey Star Ledger, which is a huge newspaper, big headline, Roseto effect. The writer was not from Roseto, not going to Roseto. He was going to his village in Italy to find his Roseto effect. So the title is still here and still known out in the world. So this is when I take people on these culinary trips to Italy, I take them to Roseto and I say, we're not going to just learn how to cook, we're going to learn how to live. And so this is what I'm trying to push and trying to share with people, because it does help us in all aspects of our lives if we eat at the table. Facing people, you solve problems before they become problems. You know, when you got a kid across the table from you with a droopy head and you say, hey, what's the matter? And they're like, oh, I failed a test, or somebody was mean to me at school today. Well, we can get you a tutor. Hey, because I suck at math too. Or we can invite that kid over for cookies and make friends out of the bully, or whatever it is, and you solve problems. So I encourage people, seek out your heritage. You see, we've all talked about being a melting pot, which is all cool and fine and dandy, but honestly, there's a beauty to each of us individually. I find I connect so well with people who quote unquote know who they are, you know, your background, because then we have something to share. And often the people who know their heritage, oftentimes it's intertwined with their faith because usually they go together. Then they have, those are the rituals and traditions that bond our families. And then that makes for stronger individuals. So right now, all we have in this country is a lot of lonely individuals because we have no heritage, faith, or family. So I encourage people, seek out your heritage. Even if you have 4 grandparents from 4 different countries, and seek out something and bring it to your table, because that's how you share with friends who are, you know, me and Tasha, we're 2 different cultures. We would bring some Indian food and some Italian food, but we share that. My son sent me a picture. He had 3 roommates his last year at school that were of 3 different, they were 3 transfer, what do you call them, international students. And they were all 3 different Asian countries. And then he's the one Italian. And he sent me a picture of their table. One night they decided to do what I tell them to do, you know, kind of come to the table and bring your food. And there was all these rice dishes, and here's the one pasta dish in the middle. So I knew which one was my kid. But anyway, so it's but it's a lot of fun that way. And again, it bonds us not just as families, but also as neighbors and friends and communities. So there you go.
Awesome. Dorina, that's so powerful. And that is so just on point on what we're trying to create here, how we're trying to be right now, especially. I mean, just what you're saying about the town. I'm so glad you shared that story, because right now it is so much about creating community and just having each other's back.
Yep.
And having a place that we can, like, you know, just, you know, because we can't just walk, you know, across the street and see each other anymore, or, you know, this is just such an important time to be doing this. And
Yep.
I'm really so happy you did this for us today.
Well, thank you for having me and seeing the importance that what we have, what we start at home, what we teach our kids, what we do together, does help us in business. You know, you know, this is how I've connected with so many people in business, by sharing a meal, whether we go out to a restaurant or we have them over or we go to their house and I take a dish with me. You know, knowing how to cook is really, so that's the whole point of why I teach people to cook, because, you know, when you cook, there's a greater chance everybody's going to end up at the table. If you order a pizza, it's going to be on the coffee table. You're going to watch TV. So you really have to bring it to the table, and then everything flows.
So true. And I'm really hoping, I mean, you guys, I don't know if all of you saw, I posted a video for Global Kitchen. It is a platform we're creating. It is an extension of Rick and my Wealth Through Wellness, and also just the C4 community of bringing people to the table, bringing people to sharing recipes and all. Dorina, I really hope Dorina is going to be a very regular person who jumps on there and shares something with us.
Thank you.
Yes, because and whoever wants to do something, I know Blaze loves to grill, and all you guys have your things, but I just really passionate about doing that, kind of just to create this kind of thing, the whole lifestyle part of it, the whole thing of how do we come together with, you know, with what's going on in the world right now. I mean, you know, Beth is doing it with New Year's Eve and bringing people together in community that way. And how can we uplift each other, and through this time where we're not able to be as close as we were before. I'm really feeling very driven and very pulled to really look after each other. You know, we're on social media together. That's one of the ways we communicate and, you know, share what's happening in our lives. You know, I encourage everybody, not just like something, like comment on it and share it, you know, and refer each other. Like, you know, if you see, walk into someone's house and it's a little messy, say, I know Corliss can help you here, or, you know, or something. I don't know. Maybe that's not a good example because they might ask you to leave, but you know, like, there's just ways we can, you know, let's support our coaches. You know, I mean, there's so many of us that need help right now who are maybe struggling silently or have something that's, you know, something they need help with finding their brand, like Marcia is talking about, or just uplifting someone in a way. So I'm really getting pulled to do stuff like that. I'm just going to go ahead and say my little 2-minute thing here before we continue, so I can get myself out of the way and we can go on. But you guys know I'm one half of the Wealth Through Wellness project with my husband Rick, and I'm so, I mean, it's such a crazy time right now, but I feel very blessed and grateful to be in service. People who are kind of facing, you know, we're maybe going into another lockdown or cutbacks, or, you know, we can be there, show people how to use wellness, how to use nutrition as a way to build communities, uplifting each other for the purpose of making money from home. What we're doing, up leveling and helping people feel better, just, you know, lessen the stress and lessen the anxiety, and look better and feel better and drop a little weight and lessen the inflammation and really tackle things that are the root causes. And I'm just feeling like we're as much as we're all kind of being pulled apart with everything that's happening, we're also being pulled more together. If you really look at it, this is a time where we can actually be pulled more together. So we're in the middle of a 11-day whole body reset. We're doing an enhanced ER shred version. I can't wait to tell everybody about it. It's day 5. I feel like $1 million. Our next one is on December 11th. And I just want to put that out there for you guys. And Dorina, again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm so excited to get this Global Kitchen off, because I think you are going to be amazing front and center, because we're going to be, I mean, just the way you had it going.
I'm so excited to be your first, you know, cooking person, and
yes,
your first thing that wasn't,
only,
you know, straight business. I do a lot of business stuff, and I have things to say about that too, but some other time. And but you know, I just I'm really excited. This was a lot of fun. So I thank you. My first C4, but not my last. And
absolutely not.
I'll be on
Absolutely
a regular.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you would, you know, I just put in the chat, if y'all would subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 1,000. I haven't gotten there yet because I just moved, and it's been a couple month ordeal. So it's kind of been crazy. So anyway.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dorina. And yes, as Sage mentioned in the chat, we should do this all the time. We really should. So that's what Global Kitchen's going to be, kind of like that kind of thing where we can bring the food into it.
So let me throw one suggestion out. Because we're in COVID and we're, you know, everybody, you know, we're not getting together the same way we were, but use this time as practice to prepare yourself for having bigger, you know, get-togethers later on. And so, you know, this is the perfect time, since we have to have all smaller, except for me, because I've got 6 kids. So I've got, you know, we're automatically, you know, too many people. But, you know, in your smaller groups, use this opportunity to practice that new recipe. Seek out a recipe from a family member, an older family member, a tradition that you don't remember, something from your kid. Find that recipe, find that cultural thing, and bring it to your table this Thanksgiving. That's just my little goodbye.
Awesome. Love you, Dorina. What a blessing. Thank you so much. Awesome. All right, let's continue with our introduction so I can kind of keep us on time. Is Ted still here? Ted, hi. Sorry, I didn't miss you. You moved boxes. All of you were on the top right. Now you're on the bottom left. It's like musical squares here.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Well, thank you, Natasha, for inviting me. I know some of the people on here, but there's a lot of new faces. So hopefully we can set up some one-to-ones and get to know each other a little bit. I am Ted with Rated Trades Media Group. We focus on your digital footprint. Everybody here has a digital footprint, whether it's individually or business. And I help look at that. What looks good, what doesn't look good, what do you want pushed away? And so I help rebuild your digital footprint through marketing. We get you listed organically with stars so that you stand out from your competition. We do reviews. I did put a link on the chat for Dorina. She can use some reviews. Go ahead and leave her some reviews on her cooking. And we just help increase and build businesses that way. So if you're looking for that kind of a marketing and help with your footprint, please send me an email through my comment or my chat and everything, and that'll be great. Something personal. Well, I have 2 kids. My 21-year-old lives with me, and we play ping pong almost every day. And when our kids are little, we encourage them to do well. And sometimes as dads, we lose and we let them win all the time. Well, my 21-year-old was getting a little puffy in the chest, kicking my butt. And so this past weekend, Dad took about 6 out of 7 matches from him, put him back in his place. So don't let the kids always win. So kind of a neat feeling, but that's my little personal thing with my family. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. That's awesome. Thanks, Ted. Rick was keeping time while Dorina and I were doing the presenting and stuff. And he's like, you Indians and you Italians, you both like to talk and eat.
Hey. Hey, I hear that. Hey, Rick, wait to see when you come over to eat.
No, that's not fair. She puts me out there and she wants me to keep time, and then she's going to call me out. So that's not fair. That's that's offline, babe. That's off. I'm not timing anymore.
I love
you need
it.
me to
It's so true. It's so true. Italians and Indians love food, love to talk. Everything's around the table, drama, all that stuff. It's a cultural thing. Absolutely. Awesome.
Add a New Yorker in there. You got to add the New Yorkers in.
Oh,
because
yes.
We also need to talk and eat and move our hands,
Move our hands
everywhere.
around. Exactly.
So I'm with
shake
you.
Our heads.
Yes, I'm with you.
Michelle, how are you today?
Nice to meet you all and see a lot of new faces. So I'm the lead project manager, copy editor, and researcher for a small publishing company that publishes on history, politics, sustainable tourism, and culture. In Delaware at the moment temporarily, but I am originally from New York, so I can attest to the need to use my hands and be loud in a good way and expressive at and lots of food. So I totally agree with that. Another personal thing, besides I'm originally from New York, I've gotten a chance to travel through my company and for pleasure to about 25 countries so far, and looking to continue the journey once things are more safe. It's nice to see you all.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks for being here. Cindy, where are you? Are you there? Did we lose Cindy? Oh, wow. Huh. Okay. Sage. Want to go next?
Yeah, sure. So before I start, I just like to notice how much purple is on the screen from all these shirts, long sleeve shirts, backgrounds. I mean, there's purple everywhere today. You guys are representing. I did not get the memo, and I apologize ahead of time. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not prepared again. So I'll jump into my thing. Who are our planners in the group? Like raise your hand. If you're a planner, at heart, who are the planners? Who's ever had to plan for a wedding? All right, we had to plan for a wedding. Who's ever planned for a big party? Who's ever planned for a big vacation?
Yes.
Right? Who's built their marketing plan for 2021? Yeah. Okay, so just like anything, if you want to be successful at something, you need to plan for it. You guys, 2021 might be a roller coaster. So are you going to be like a hunter, or are you going to be a farmer in 2021? 2 completely different strategies and the way that you conduct your business. You might be watering those seeds, right, and working on building those great relationships, or you might be going out there like gangbusters and say, I'm going to dominate. I'm going to hit new people I've never touched before. So if you need help with these things, I'd love to help. I got just the privilege just recently presenting at Nicoletta's wonderful group. And Nicoletta, I hope I did a great job for your group. It was so much fun. Thank you for having me. A little bit about me. I love shooting at the range. I love it. Shooting for me is like Zen. It's like meditation. Some of y'all are giving me those weird honky eyes. It's not just like blowing up stuff. That's not it. It could be really cathartic. It could be really you have to focus so much, not only on your posture, the way you're holding yourself, the way you're breathing, even your trigger pull on there. It's not just let's blow stuff up. But it's really, for me, it's like my meditation and my way to refocus myself. And so that's something a little bit about me, maybe not know.
Awesome. Thanks, Sage. What memo are you talking about with the purple? I didn't get it. I'm wearing purple, but I didn't.
No, I said the memo because today's Purple Day, it looks like. I'm just saying.
It looks like, yeah.
I didn't get it. I should have put my camera off and go change shirts real quick, but I didn't do that.
It is true. It's kind of weird how it's worked out that way. We're all in purple. That's funny. Awesome. Thanks, Sage. And okay, next is Laura. Hi, Laura. How
Hey,
are you?
everybody. Who was that? Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I loved Rick's little jam. I needed that. Hey, Laura Plasky here from Keller Williams Capital Properties in Bethesda. I'm your Silver Spring, Montgomery County realtor. Just give me a call. Market continues to be, pretty crazy and intense. So I love what I do and I love my job. And I think yesterday was one of the, I'll add this as a personal, because it was a little bit of a tough day yesterday. So I showed like 7 or 8 townhomes in Frederick on Sunday. And then my client, he's this 28-year-old, IT guy, can't wait to buy his first house. So he had his father and his mom meet me back up in Frederick yesterday morning to see the townhome, because he wanted them to see the townhome. And we talk about it. We're going to write an offer. Everything's kosher. Everything's great. I'm driving home to write up the offer. And a neighbor, this is the craziest thing. And the craziest things happen in real estate sometimes that you just literally cannot predict. So I see the father calling me again. I pick it up. I'm driving home back to the office to write the offer. And some neighbor, this is crazy. No one's ever heard of this. Some neighbor 2 doors down from this townhome came outside and was having like some sort of mental breakdown. And he started attacking my client's father, like kicking the car and breaking the window and yelling and screaming at them. And so my client's father, who had just had shoulder surgery, had to get out of the car and restrain the guy. And you just you have crazy experiences in real estate and you hear crazy things, but I've never had a client like assaulted at a house after I just showed them the house.
Wow.
And so that was just, that really, it really unnerved me for a few hours. And I was so worried about my clients, and I kept calling them and they're fine and everything's fine. And the police came and they made a police report, and I immediately, thank heavens that, I just felt so bad. Like it was not my fault. I couldn't have predicted that, but I just care about my clients so much. But so long story short, you find dark humor in things somewhere. So anyway, I have ordered my client boxing gloves. He's getting like a massive gift basket, cheese, crackers, alcohol, everything. But I also ordered him a full-size boxing glove, and next to the boxing gloves it reads, you're going to be completely prepared for our next townhome viewing, because you'll have your boxing gloves ready to just, it's just like crazy. Like, why would they even want to buy something after that,
Right.
But so thankfully, thank God they're fine and they can't wait to go see more townhomes. But that was my day yesterday.
Wow.
It was a little.
Well, Laura, let's on a happy note. Laura celebrated 27 years of marriage.
Oh, God. I did.
Happy anniversary. And can I ask you a question? That picture you posted on Facebook of your wedding day, do you ever get Molly Ringwald?
Yes. No, people have told me that. I think it's the way I'm smiling, but and the big thing actually, when I look at that, as an very serious ballet dancer, like I look at my waist in that picture and I just think like, oh my heavens. And for the I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but the personal trainer who has a dance background, that's online. I don't know if you know this, but one of the most important, beautiful, stunning places to perform is a place in New York called Jacob's Pillow. And Jacob's Pillow is incredibly famous in the dance world, and they had a fire and the stage burned down.
Yes.
And I can't even, like, I've been to Jacob's Pillow.
I'm trying to lift stuff up and you keep doing the
Jacob's
gloom and
Pillow
doom.
is this. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, enough, Laura. Enough. Time's up. Time's up. My
Sorry.
goodness. All right. All right.
Sorry,
Yes. And
sorry about that. There you go.
my timekeeper's trying to keep me on time. So let's keep it moving. George, how are you today, my friend?
Hi, everybody. I want to say that was an amazing presentation, Dorina. I myself am like an old soul in the family. We have an Eastern European and Russian Jewish background. And so, although I was raised here in Carroll County, my dad was raised in Northwest Baltimore. We have cousins that matriculated over the years from Miami to Fort Worth, Texas. And, wherever I go to visit, I study things in various cities. So, but I'm the one that keeps my long deceased grandmother's love for food and recipes alive. So I'll definitely be looking you up. And I just want to thank you. That was a nice lift. Secondly, I'm remembering a good friend today who was a chef in her own right, whose daughter picked it up, who passed away over the weekend. So I'm going to share your site with them. And she was quite well known in the area. Was only 48 years old. So, but a lot of her, she just had her daughter's bat mitzvah less than a year ago. And her and her daughter planned and cooked everything, prepared everything. And, it was a cooking theme. And I'm going to share that site to give them a little bit of lift. They're having a very hard time. It was totally unexpected.
Oh, wow.
I'm George Faber, the Health Plan Networker. What does that mean? Well, since last time we met, another beginning of a month has passed. Businesses are, things are getting a little bit more constricting. There's word about another shutdown of some sort happening today. And depending on what county you're in, I'm a Carroll County and kind of stuck in Baltimore County for a couple of decades, but every municipality is dealing differently and some businesses are going under. The point is that we never know what's going to happen one day to the next, and your health insurance is your wealth. I'm still finding people now think they're the hero going without coverage. COVID is serious. Other illnesses are serious. My friend succumbed to an infection, apparently, that she had from surgery some years back that I knew all about, but it was very sudden. You get sick, fall into a coma, and God forbid you're not there, 4 days later, you're gone. And so I'm there to help people. Let's hope we're all healthy and dealing okay. But if you do have someone in your life who is newly 26, you have a small business, or you have someone that you're in contact with who may not have access to coverage through a health plan, work plan, you may have, another need of just paying for your own coverage, which is more of a phenomenon out there than we think. And you want to look at, hey, how can I have fantastic coverage that will be suitable for me, but also reduce those costs, because those can go into things like a bag of food or, cost to fix things up around the house. So that said, I'm, really thrilled again to be back. I've added 4 more states in my portfolio, including Kentucky and Texas. So I'm, now heading across time zones. I'm thrilled about that. And thank you, Natasha and Rick, for putting this on. I keep telling my BNI group, all my other friends, about these regularly scheduled appointment networking. We should do more of this. I'm glad we're back. I'm glad the tenseness of this month is behind us, and only thinking of good health. And I will definitely pass on. Dorina and I are connected already. I'll be sharing that information at the right time with my friend's mother and her daughter and her son. His son's autistic, so I think he'll get the lift out of it also. But thank you. I'll be with you on the call. I'm going to transition to my car and my phone so I can go over to the house to see them. But it was an excellent meeting. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, George. Nicoletta, are you there? There you
Yep.
are.
Wow, this has been amazing meeting. I have to say, Dorina, I loved your cooking, and I'm from Germany originally, going down to Italy for vacations, and it just reminded me, my family, we drink an Averna after we have a meal, which is another one of these bitters. So that was a great presentation. And I think just spending time, I mean, the ultimate message is just to slowing it down, spending a little bit more time. And I think during these times where we're all just rushing, and we had more time when we first started the shutdown, right? We're like, oh, we have all this time now, I don't have to be in the car. And now it's just filled with back-to-back Zoom meetings. So having a nice meal together with our family, even on Zoom, we can do that. So that was just a beautiful reminder. And I like to think that I bring a lot of that peace and slowing things down to my clients, because I work with passionate business owners that are purpose driven, and there's just so much that we have to do and take on. And sometimes that can be stressful and overwhelming. We don't know what to do, and then we don't do anything, or we go to bed at night and think I should have, or I could have, or I'll do that tomorrow. And then the end of the week comes and we didn't get to it. And I am a business coach, a life strategy coach, and I help my clients step out of that stress and that overwhelm, slow things down, and really figure out what's the focus, where do we need to go next, so you can reach more of the income that you want, more of the impact, and for sure the freedom that most of us want, and is often the reason why we get into starting our own business. And so I do that with coaching, I do that with workshops and speaking, and this is always a great platform to be on and connecting, not just exchanging business cards or LinkedIn profiles, but really connecting with the community. And hearing Laura's story too, I was just sitting there going, wow, I mean, how do you even recover from that? You go back to your next appointment and go, that was, where do you even sort that in your day of experiences? So, so thanks for putting this on, Natasha.
Awesome. So good to see you, honey, as always, as always. And my dear friend, Lori, there you are. How are you, sweetie?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Good. I was
happy
so
to
excited.
be part of the.
I sent a special text to Lori, email to Lori yesterday saying, you've got to be on today because Dorina's going to be cooking. And Lori
Yeah.
goes to Italy and Lori cooks and Lori takes trips and Dorina does. And I was like, oh my God, got to get those two together.
Yeah, I'm so glad I
Mission
did. I mean,
accomplished.
I've got purple, I've got New York, I've got cook, I've got Italy, I've got so many components here. I'm very excited. Very excited. I'm Lori Kirkland. I'm a real estate agent with RE/MAX, and I love doing that. But what I found a lot to do with Natasha is what I'm really enjoying right now is supporting the communities. And so a meeting like this is just amazing because there's so many people who have talents, and it's important, like Natasha said, that we support one another. And so I have engaged in a program where I'm actually contacting small businesses and just reaching out to people. With Natasha, I just got your logo and you'll be on tomorrow on my Facebook page and my Instagram page. But yeah, basically, I think it is important right now that we all just connect and support one another. And all the wonderful things that you find out along the way. I'm so excited about watching Dorina's channel now and cooking. I'm saving my recipes, Natasha, so I'm ready.
I'm ready for Global Kitchen, actually. I should send you all logos. I'll send you Well Through Wellness, I'll send you C4, and I'll send you Global Kitchen. You know, why stop at one?
Yeah, thank you.
I'm so excited. I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. And, you know, just, I know you do it with Moco, and I know Corliss puts out a newsletter too. You guys are both kind of, I love that. That's really what it's all about, just uplifting each other and getting each other out there. Thank you so much, Lori.
Thank you.
Stephanie, hi. You look amazing. Your hair looks great. You got it done. It's different.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, it's been like this for a while, but
well,
it's
COVID. I haven't seen you.
The guy's gonna come by today.
Are you talking about the purple?
The bathroom.
Again, purple. Purple is the theme, it seems.
It's purple, yes, baby. It's purple. I decided for my birthday, I was going to wear my hair the way I want to. And the closer I get to the 60, the more I care about what I want and less I care about what you want. So anyway, okay.
Yeah.
So thanks for inviting me and sending me the little nudges and the little stuff. And hello, all you beautiful people. I love seeing your faces, and I don't know if anybody else here has tasted Dorina's food. I count myself as one of the privileged ones. It's good. I'm just saying, it's good. And don't take that in my time, Rick. That has nothing to do with me, Rick. That has to do with Dorina. You put that time on Dorina, okay? So, okay, so anybody remember, I know it's been COVID, but anybody remember that amusement park ride that kind of shakes you and it turns all around, and then when you least expect it, the floor drops out from under you? Well, that's 2020, okay? That's what 2020 has been like for most of us. It's been really tumultuous. It's been really crazy. And what I do is I just got a couple questions for you to mull over, okay? 2021 is going to demand something of you, something different than what you had in 2019. So can you start over? Can you let go of the stress of trying to be the person you thought you were? Let go of the person that you thought you needed to be and become what's calling you? I mean, are you really willing to reconnect to spark that's inside of you, the center of you? Are you ready to take that journey to know yourself better? Because we as human beings, we need that. You know, that brings inner tranquility to us to be who we are. So I help people get there. I help them get unstuck emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and live more authentically. Because your capacity to thrive is limitless. So let's go find it. And in case you didn't know, my name is Stephanie. I'm a master hypnotic coach and a holistic provider of wellness and your inner badassery. Thank you.
Inner badassery. Now, come on.
That's me.
That is just badass right there.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ruthie.
Awesome. Ruthie, yay. Good to see you, honey.
Not.
Hi. There you are. There you are.
Okay, good. All right, forgot to change my microphone. I am doing well, and yes, I put it in the chat, but Stephanie is an awesome coach, amazing. I am so sad that we could not have another retreat this year, because this month last year, I was at Stephanie's Inner Badassery retreat, and it was like, I didn't even want to leave. So just something to keep in mind as all those things are coming back around. So yes, I'm Ruthie Bowles. I'm the founder of Defy the Status Quo, which is an authority marketing consultancy. So, you know, if you've been running your own business for a while, that marketing can kind of feel like it's coming at you all of the time, right? Like all these different tactics. Now we've got virtual events. Do you need to have a podcast? Like, what are you even supposed to be doing right now? So this often causes like a huge state of overwhelm, and it often causes people to engage in a ton of tactics without paying attention to the actual return on investment. And so that is what I help coaches, consultants, and other client-based businesses. That's what I help them do. I help them get like away from all of that overwhelm and focusing on ROI with authority building marketing strategies. So that is what I do. And awesome, great, this is perfect. I actually have a tip for you, something that you can use right now. So I'm also a contributor for Entrepreneur Magazine, right? Entrepreneur.com. I'm a contributor for them. And I just used Help a Reporter Out to solicit responses for an article that I'm working on right now. I got 60 different answers. Do you want to know how many people I actually reached out to with my calendar link and said, yes, let's talk? Two people, because I got so many that were poorly written. I got so many people who copied and pasted giant press releases. Like, I don't have time to read that. A bunch of off-topic people who were leaving me to connect the dots in terms of how to actually use them in my article. So you can get really far on Help a Reporter Out if you just put forth the effort to be on topic, interesting, relevant. Ruthie Bowles by the Status Quo.
So true. So amazing. Can't wait till we chat on Friday. So much. I always get, yeah, it's always something to think about. Like, and yeah, Sage totally got me with that. Have you planned this? Have you planned that? Have you planned this? Have you planned that? Have you planned 2021? Yeah. So you guys, everybody look at the camera and smile. Really wide, big smiles. Cheese. Awesome. All right. Anybody else? Have we got everybody, I think? Oh my God, Dan, you came in late. You snuck in the back door. Look at you.
I did. I did. How's everyone doing?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Because then I'm trying to be respectful of everyone's time. But we'd
Okay.
love to hear from you, Dan.
I'll begin my usual 6-hour presentation.
Okay.
She knows I'm not kidding. No. Daniel with View3D.tv, digital agency that helps you grow. You need to increase your revenue, get more clients. That's what we help you do. We help you with storytelling and lead generation, and they take on new dimensions with our interactive video technologies, lead generation funnels, social media management, virtual reality applications, and much more. We recently actually just did a new release of our personalized interactive video technology where now it will speak your name. So we actually have what we call neural voices that are AI based, and they actually sound very human. I think I put a link in my little blurb, the thanks for connecting link. It'll ask you to connect with Facebook or LinkedIn, and then ask for permission to share your info, and you'll see your name and image used in a creative way. It's kind of fun. But we can actually overlay a lead generation form right on the video, and it's automatically filled in. Your viewer hits submit, you got yourself a new lead, and your autoresponder can send back coupons, case studies, and so on. And for the rest of my 6-hour presentation, make an appointment with me.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. Good to see
Thanks for
you.
having me. Sorry about
So
the
guys, make sure everybody's got their information in the chat. I would also like you guys, if you are thinking about cooking, learning, any interest in Global Kitchen and all, please put that in there as well. Please subscribe to Dorina's channel. Please follow her. She's gonna definitely, prayerfully gonna be on Global Kitchen often, as well as many of you, hopefully, as well. Because I mean, it's gonna be great to have, you know, the chefs and the ones who are like, yeah, you know. And Ruthie, you've got to show us how to make goat cheese, but you got to start in the backyard with the goats. So that'll have to be one episode there. We'll have to have the goats involved for sure. So guys, we will, is there anything else anybody needs to add? Please remember New Year's Eve, if you haven't made plans, Sobar is a great option. We're gonna go. It's gonna be so amazing. We're on the committee and there's so many different rooms and things that is involved, and it's very reasonable and so forth. So look into that. And yeah, and if there's nothing else to add, I just want to thank you guys. I mean, this is always a magic time. Remember, we're here first and third Tuesdays of the month from 12 to 1:30. And just be well, stay in touch, do one-on-ones, connect with each other, connect with us, and have a blessed day. Lots of love.
Thank you, Natasha.
Thank
Everybody
you.
have a good day.
Bye, everybody.
Get out and move. Get out and move.
Oh, yeah.
Move.
Bye, you guys. Thank you.
Prove yourself.
Thank you, Dorina.
Love you, Rick.
Love you guys.
I'm gonna keep dancing, Rick. I look geeky, don't I? And I'm gonna cook with you. I'm like joining your cookie classes.
Oh,
like,
for sure. We're gonna have so much fun.
Could I actually book you, Dorina, for like a one-on-one and teach me how to cook fish?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I do.
That's a
I do
great
some
idea.
one-on-ones. I do small groups, whatever, you know.
She's amazing.
You know, Zoom or in person, depending where you are, you know, kind of stuff. So
As long as you're gonna love laughing at me. You're gonna be like, what?
You know, I had
You don't need to, Laura. We don't need to watch you cook.
Gotta go.
go.
She'll be like,
Use some like that
crap.
recipe,
She'll be like,
Dorina.
no, just go back to DoorDash.
no.
You're gonna burn
I
down
would
your
definitely.
kitchen, Pulowski.
I can teach you.
You can teach me.
Yes.
We're
Let's
gonna
do
book
some-
it today.
What's
I
that?
will book it. We'll book it today.
Give me a call. All my
All
stuff's
right,
on
guys.
the
Everybody,
chat.
take care.
Bye.
Hey, love you guys. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Dorina, Natasha, that
Bye,
was
honey.
great.
Bye,
Thanks,
honey.
Corliss.
Yes, Dorina's amazing. I'll call you in a bit.
Okay.
Lots of love.
Bye.